Oh.
Yeah, he thought that was just a prelude.
Okay, this is the regular meeting of the Lorain County Board of Commissioners, Tuesday, November the 3rd, November the 4th, and we will begin with the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Riddell.
Here.
Commissioner Moore.
Here.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Here.
We have a quorum. The first thing on the appointment is Lorain County JVS update with Principal Megan Champagne.
Good afternoon.
Welcome
Good
to
afternoon.
Lorain
Welcome.
County.
Good afternoon.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Am I supposed to say my name and my address? They told
Yeah.
me that was
Yeah.
something else. Okay. My name's Megan Champagne. My work address is 15181 State Route 58. That's Oberlin. I'm a Lorain County girl though. I live in Columbia Station and have been active in Columbia Station for a long time in that school district. I sat on their Board of Education for a good deal of time and just recently resigned that as I took the principal's position at Lorain County JVS. So I've been at the JVS since 2011, where I started as an English teacher, taught mostly transportation kids and building trades kids, and then eventually expanded that to teach our sophomores. And then I started in administration in 2000, I think, 18, 19, and have been doing that in various capacities. Whenever I start talking about career tech, I'm not sure exactly what people know about it and what we do, but what we do is we prepare students for jobs in Lorain County. Why I think you should care about us ultimately is because the kids that graduate usually stay here. They usually contribute to the economy right after graduation. Many of them are business owners across the county. Many of them are the people that sit in this room. Many of them end up being leaders. They end up, leading productive lives and raising their families and contributing to the economy, all that kind of stuff. We have seen an expansion of career tech education from just the Career Center out into the associate schools. There's been a big movement at the state level, really, that emphasizes that this is education that works for everyone. When we talk, like when I'm in my labs and talking to my kids and talking to my teachers, a lot of times I'll hear them use the phrase like troubleshoot, right? A lot of times they're troubleshooting what's wrong with an engine. They're troubleshooting like a wiring problem. They're trying to solve an engineering problem that's in front of them. But troubleshooting is really like a skill that applies across the board in all areas of their lives. So as, young adults, we get them to come in and we get them to really sort of use that term and explore what that means, both professionally and then also, apply that to what they're learning in English class, apply that to personal finance, apply that to how they're going to buy and afford a car in college and all that kind of stuff. So I think as we talk about education and we talk about career tech education, that kind of problem-based, project-based learning is really what we're talking about. And I just sort of want to emphasize that. We are really excited, and I will say that it is a big goal of mine to improve external collaboration. You may have seen just recently some press around an OTC Plus collaboration that we're doing with North Ridgeville. So we recognize that a lot of our students want to go into healthcare. But a lot of our students aren't maybe equipped to come out or don't want to come out to the Career Center. So we're building out a program with North Ridgeville, with LCCC, and with O'Neill Healthcare that allows students to get their CNA certification as seniors right after school. So they'll do it a couple days a week from 3 to 5:30. They'll get into O'Neill and all will have an opportunity to interview if they want to stay there, but they'll also be connected to additional pathways post-secondary at LCC. So we're really trying to build out that sort of programming that has a lot of like what we call on and off ramps for students based on what they want to do. Along those lines, we're finding that a lot of these students know that they want to work in healthcare in this area in some capacity, and they want to start building patient care hours. And they're thinking about that already as juniors and seniors in high school. So this is giving them those kinds of opportunities. Another thing I think that you might be really interested in, and everybody in the county should be, is what I would call like data-informed growth. So what we want to do is we want to look at like the economy and what it needs, right? Where those jobs are and what exists, but also like what interests and aptitudes our students are bringing to the table, and then we want to try to bridge that gap. So just recently, in using this product, it shows us that our students have a lot of aptitude for careers in logistics, but we're not talking to them about logistics in any capacity yet. So they don't have a lot of interest in it, right? They don't know about it. So we're trying to build out experiences across the county where we're talking about what that looks like and what that job might look like and what, on a day-to-day, why that's important. But the important piece there is it's not just based on like what might be trendy, it's based really in that data around interest and aptitude that we're getting from the students. The other thing that I talk about all the time is that a very important component of education at the Career Center, but also in your comprehensive high schools, is work-based learning. Right? And that doesn't just mean getting a high school kid a job. That means engaging with business partners and nonprofit partners in the county and saying, like, this is what our students can come to you and what they already know, but then also, like, here's how you can help move the needle forward, because we know that kids learn best when they are sort of like building mentorships with people who are already in the workplace. And so we really are trying to develop that across the county. And we're working with the ESC to do that for everyone. The other thing that I think it's important to note, and I guess I'm always sort of like asking for something as I see big crowds of people, but one thing that ways that we can really get people involved is through our advisories. So each career field is informed by an advisory. And those are real people who work in the field in the county. And they come in and they interact with our teachers to try and move those programs forward so that the kids that are exiting into the workforce have the skills that they need. And so that's a big part of advancing career tech and advancing where we are at the JBS. Those are sort of the things that are on my radar as I step into this position, to be quite honest with you, in terms of like big like focal points for where we're going and what's important. I do know that we're trying to do a lot to sort of bring people into the building too so that they can see what's happening. I believe that you all have been invited for an elected officials luncheon, right, in February 2026. So when you come out, I will be there. I'll be happy to show you around. I think that you'll get to enjoy a lunch prepared by our culinary students and our bakery pastry students. There's nothing that we enjoy more than kind of showing off a little bit and letting our kids show off as well.
Thank you.
You guys offer great programs. Your collaboration with the high schools, LCCC, and yourselves, it's inspirational, and I wish I had that when I was growing up. Unfortunately, I didn't.
Yeah.
A little bit of it, but not all of it.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking to get better all the time. That's it.
Yeah.
So.
Nice work, everybody.
About 25 years ago, I did something kind of crazy and had a restaurant, quickest way to lose money. And I worked with JVS, and they used the restaurant as a training tool.
Uh-huh.
And so I did see that kind of work.
Yeah.
And but what I want to mention right now, though, is we're really about partnerships and stuff. And you're sitting next to a gentleman named Mike Collins that's been working with us for some time. Did you get to introduce yourselves?
I did. Yeah.
Because he's worked with the type of work that he's been working on our not on our behalf as a citizen that is digging and digging, and his expertise in these fields. We always felt that JVS should be working with our community college to provide that next level with the new technology and the new, and I mean, with the new economy that's coming, the Lorain County Community College is a huge selling tool when
It
we're
is.
out talking nationally. So,
Yeah.
so you're sitting next to the gentleman that we will, I mean, when he starts talking to me, it's way above my head. And, he understands that whole industry. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you're sitting next to him. So
Yeah.
hopefully you guys can get some more communication going.
Absolutely.
You guys are a feeder system right to industry and business.
Correct.
And
We
that's
are.
excellent.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, and we don't send them, we're not sending them finished products, right? Like we're working together to educate high school students and really adults. And that's the kind of work that we like, for sure.
Well, glad to hear it and glad you're on board. And
Yeah. Nice to meet you all.
thank you
Nice
for coming
meeting
in.
you.
We have a proclamation recognizing November 4th through the 11th as Green Light for Veterans in Lorain County.
There he is, Jacob. Hey. I know, just making sure. I lost you there. Yeah, this proclamation is basically whereas the residents of Lorain County have great respect, admiration, and the utmost gratitude for all the men and women who have selflessly served our country and this community and the armed forces. And whereas the contributions and sacrifices of those who served in the armed forces have been vital in maintaining the freedoms and way of life enjoyed by our citizens. And whereas Lorain County seeks to honor individuals who have made countless sacrifices for freedom, and there are approximately 20,000 veterans in Lorain County. And whereas September 29th, 2024, a Gold Star Memorial was dedicated at the Lorain County Historical Courthouse for all armed forces. And whereas veterans continue to serve our community in the American Legion, Veterans of Foreign Wars, religious groups, civil service, and by functioning as county veteran service officers in 29 states to help fellow former service members access more than $52 billion in federal health, disability, and compensation benefits each year. Whereas in 2024, Lorain County put over $1.3 million in financial assistance, the third most in the state, and veterans and their family members in the county brought in over $100 million in VA compensation and pension benefits. There were approximately 1,500 claims for financial assistance, along with VA disability and pensions. Whereas approximately 200,000 service members transition to civilian communities annually, and an estimated 20% increase of service members will transition to civilian life in the near future. Studies indicate that 44% to 72% of service members experience high levels of stress during transition from military to civilian life. Whereas active military service members transitioning from military service are at a high risk for suicide during their first year after military service. Lorain County has an annual Revs raising funds for veterans and first responder nonprofits because one suicide is one too many. Now therefore, be it resolved, with designation as a green light for Veterans County, Lorain County hereby declares November 4th through the 11th, 2025 as a time to salute and honor the service and sacrifices of those transitioning from active service. So be it further resolved that in observance of Operation Green Light, Lorain County Board of Commissioners will light the Lorain County Historic Courthouse and encourages its citizens in patriotic tradition to recognize the importance of honoring all those who made immeasurable sacrifices to preserve freedom by displaying green lights in a window of their place of business or residence from November 4th through November 11th. This is from the three of us. And Jacob, I guess you'd like to say some words. He is the executive director for the Lorain County Veteran Services.
It won't take too long. A couple things. First of all, thanks for having me up here. Thank you for all three of your support for veterans as well as all the members of Lorain County. Today is an important day this week's important as we think about how veterans are transitioning. On top of that, this weekend is our 4th annual race. So right now we have over 400 signups for that, and we're hoping to expand that even more, so you still have time to sign up. The other thing is this board has been supportive of veterans throughout my time as director, and I thank you for that. And because of that, I figured I would drop off the honor fund, remainder of the honor fund requests for 2025, so that you guys can consider them and get back. This is one of the main ways when you talk about honoring veterans that you guys have before, and you continue to put your money where your mouth is, and we can't thank you enough for that. So I want to give this to you. Are we going to get a picture? Or?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, great.
If you want.
You guys wanna come
But-
up?
I'd like to have your board.
A couple
you know-
other things
Yeah.
real quick.
Okay, sorry.
The Elyria, Lorain, and Oberlin are participating in the green light. My office will be lit up with green light as well on the outside. Oh, I got you guys.
Well, you're in the lighting business.
Yeah, but Irishmen always have green lights.
This is true, but Oberlin City Hall, Oberlin Municipal Court, Lorain Lighthouse, and Script Lorain sign lit up will all be lit up green as well.
That's awesome. And we thank you guys for that and all that you have done and continue to do to support the veterans of Lorain County.
Can you mention again the honor fund?
Yeah, so the Honor Fund was established in the end of 2020, and every year for 2021, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 4 years, this board has passed $300,000, assuming that it gets done again this year, $300,000 for veterans posts and memorials around the county. On top of that, this board has passed over $200,000 for COVID funds to help the post weather that. This is where veterans can go and talk and deal with issues with other fellow veterans that they can't really get sometimes talking to other people. So your dedication and when it comes to our budget, you guys have always been willing to help the veterans of this county. I cannot tell you how many directors that I have talked to from around the state that to say they have if they had the relationship with our board of commissioners, you guys, that we have, they wouldn't know what to do. There are sometimes some real tenuous relationships between commissioners, county commissioners, and the board of veteran service commissioners. And I can tell you, I get along with all three of you. I've called you at different times. You've always picked up, and I just thank you, especially for your help with the Gold Star Memorial and everything else that we have done collectively together. So, on behalf of the veterans, of course, we'll do a hearing later, I'm sure, but I wanted to give this to you guys.
Can you explain how your funding comes about? Because by statute, we have to,
Yeah. Okay, so under ORC 5901, we are guaranteed inside millage, right? And that inside millage for Lorain County is 0.5. So 0.5% of property tax that is collected through or assessed throughout the county comes to us. That last year was just under 6 million, I believe. The way that is done, my board, I put together a budget. My board then reviews and revises the budget as necessary. They then approve the budget. Then it is sent up to the county commissioners. Unlike other county agencies, we have a little bit more control over our budget than other agencies within the county. The Supreme Court in the Gallia County case has said that the state has given special trust and responsibility to the Veteran Service Commissioners. I think that is because the courts realize that we are not veterans because of the county commission. The county commission is commissioners because of the veterans of this country. So I think that is why that has been set up like that. That being said, that has not stopped people from trying to claw back money from us. And I will tell you, and I don't want to get into individual counties, but there can be a hell of a fight sometimes between county commissioners and the service commissioners. And you guys have been unbelievably supportive, and I can't thank you enough for that.
but you are handcuffed in how you spend that money.
Oh, yes.
So therefore.
You're talking for the honor fund
So
for that.
therefore.
I see what you're getting at.
Okay, thank you.
So, sorry. As you can tell, we did not stage this.
I know.
There's certain things we can do with the money. There's certain things we can't do with the money, right? My board does not have the legal authority to look at a post who is serving veterans. Like Post 30, their bathrooms have been the same condition since 1970. Post 30 in Lorain used to be an entire building. It got burned down like 60, 70 years. Well, you were around. That was still unsolved too. No. Anyway, so Post 30 in Lorain is actually operating out of their basement. That their basement is now their main post. And they have done wonders, but the bathrooms down there haven't been touched since the 1970s sometime, and they're worse for wear. And why they raise a lot of money through gambling and everything else, the state prevents them from really using that money to go, oh, here you go, let's fix up the restrooms. They have to donate to charity, right? Therefore, that kind of handcuffs them. So we have money that we don't fully use. This board has allowed us to reserve $300,000 a year of our budget that we don't use for the following year, so that it can then be used to help posts, so that they can continue to generate and continue to invest. Post 30 alone has probably done a few $100,000 in the past couple years of investment to charities and different charitable groups. That's money they could have used for the bathrooms, but they can't. So by us doing, and this is just talking about the bathrooms right now, that allows them to have a better post, which then welcomes people in, which allows them to spend money, which allows putting money back into the community. So essentially, the Honor Fund is really kind of helping. On the other side, the Honor Fund does a lot for memorials, right? So under ORC, it is the county commissioners that are responsible for maintaining any veteran memorial in the county that is found in a cemetery, right? That doesn't come out of our budget. That comes out of your budget. What we have done is we said, hey, let's establish a way to do that. And the Honor Fund is the way we do that for memorials, right? So by us doing this, it is instilling pride in the veteran community and the community at large. So I hope that kind of, did I hit it?
Oh yeah, I just
Okay.
want to make sure people, because we know what honor fund means, but
Yeah.
you know,
So yeah, I tell you, I can't ask for more than what you guys have given us. And I will tell you that we are looking at buildings, and I've had some conversations. We are outgrowing
well,
where we're at based on what we're serving.
now I know the kumbaya is done, but when we both all got here together 5 years ago, it wasn't a kumbaya.
No,
but we
no.
worked it through it, and you know
Right.
it's the fact within the first year working together. I'll let you take credit. It was between how we fixed the way that
Credit
you take
card?
care of how we take care of the homeless. I mean that was
So I
that
want
changed
to.
everything statewide.
I want to say this, and really this, you give me more credit than I might be due, but the law said at that time that only Children's Services could use a county credit card to help kids. That was it. That was the only way you could use a county credit card outside of like travel, gas, food when employees are traveling. Didn't make sense to me. Didn't make sense to Commissioner Moore. And so we got together, we got a bill introduced. My own association said, no, it's a great idea, but no. And it got passed, and it got noticed by the Auditors Association, who then called me up and said, hey, we've been tracking your bill. There's no way we thought that would pass. Well, I said, the association thought the same thing too. And it passed. And we want to introduce a new bill to kill yours next session. And I said, okay, why? And they said, because we want to expand it. So an idea that started with a conversation between the Director of Veteran Services and Commissioner David Moore back in June of 21.
Yeah.
June of 21. It was passed by the end of that session, and we were able to generally change the whole way all counties in the state of Ohio can do business. And that's important because people who are selling things to the county deserve to be paid right now. And I'm going to tell you something else, and I know you all agree with me, and I've talked specifically to Commissioner Gallagher. Gentlemen, we are 2025. We are a quarter of the way through the 21st century. Why in God's name are we writing checks? And I know that's not on you. I'm not picking on you. That is the treasurer. But gentlemen, we are the 9th largest county in the state. There is no excuse, none, that I think that I could accept to say why this county is paying everything with paper checks. We are better than that. We in Lorain County, our motto is Ne Plus Ultra. No higher standard, nothing, nothing past this point. That is our motto at the Lorain County Veteran Service Commission. And I believe that can be the motto that guides the county forward.
Looks like he's running for treasurer.
Yep.
No, I am not running for treasurer.
Yeah. Jacob, before you run out of humility, and you've shared quite a bit with us, would you mind sharing the last piece of that story? And out of the money that's mandated, you and your board have returned annually money to the treasury. Could you just give us a ballpark of the last couple of years?
So what I would say is this: a lot of members of Congress say they return money. You'd never return money you don't spend. So I would say money we don't use, and we try to be a good steward of that. But what I would say is this: I'm trying to think here. From 2021 back through 2012, my board returned, I think, on average, $1.5 million a year. Right?
Congratulations.
Since 23, we have worked to reduce that, but we have done that by. I think we have done that well. I mean, you take a look, and I will tell you, I started January 1st, 2020. This county is hemorrhaging 300 to 400 veterans a year, either through death, moving out, what have you. It's a statewide problem. It's something the state needs to address. It's something as commissioners and the Veteran Service Commission, we should get together and say what makes Lorain County attractive to veterans, right? That's a larger problem, but that's not for right now.
I just wanted to bring some light to the fact that you do wonderful things. You spend in the top 10 of the state of Ohio, taking care of the veterans, and you do it, and you still do it with responsible expenditures. Yeah,
the one thing I will say, and he just reminded me, last I checked, and I haven't got the numbers for 2024 yet, but I think it's 60 to 1 or something like that. For every $1 we spend of county dollars, something like $60 comes back in federal spending to the county. I mean, that's a deal. Anyone want to give me that deal personally, I'll take that deal. But what I would say is this. In 2019, $68 million came back in. Since the board has kind of moved in a different direction, we have increased that from $68 million a year to $101 million a year in a matter of 5 years, with hemorrhaging 300 to 400 veterans a year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, should I?
You can welcome to hand those off.
To the president. How about that?
Well,
You can do that.
Or the clerk?
And if you want to
you need to email me,
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah, you're worried about paper, and then you send them.
right? Technology there.
That's funny.
You were supposed to stop him. You have it.
That's what
See, Jacob broke it in trouble because
Yeah,
of
I
you.
know.
I'll stand next to the phone. Okay. Now for the business.
Ready?
We're ready.
All right, under resolutions number 1, investments.
Hey, Victor, do you mind going and showing our agenda again real quick? I'm just, just to let the public know, this is our agenda. Items number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Before Commissioner Riddell won, what would happen in our meetings is we would go invest, like what you just said, investments, and we would vote yes or no. Number 2, we'd say appropriations, yes or no. So what I just wanted to let you guys know, what we changed was to show people a lot more transparency that was never done in this county. And so, Victor, if you can go back, I just want to let people know as you see this on the screens, it might be kind of tough to see, but if you're on your computer looking at it, you'll be able to see it. So I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Discussion.
Yes, I'd like to note that we have, these are the interest payments on money that the county has invested, and you'll see that we still have a couple of old investments that are bringing in the low interest rate, but on line 1, you can see the return on one of the newer investments which have been made at a higher rate. So we continue to, while we, in our personal lives, we live with higher interest rates to do our family business, the county is also the beneficiary of that higher interest rate.
Anything further? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Gallagher?
Aye.
Mr. Riddell?
Aye.
Number 2, appropriations.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Discussion. Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Gallagher?
Aye.
Mr. Riddell?
Aye.
Number 3, transfers.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Gallagher?
Aye.
Mr. Riddell?
Aye.
Number 4, advances, repayments. There were none. Number 5, requisitions.
Can we have page 2, Victor?
Move to approve pages 1 and 2.
Second.
Discussion.
And as you'll notice if you look at both pages, there are substantial amounts close to $100,000 that's postage, which means that our government and our agencies are communicating with people because we're generating a lot of postage, and we pay the same new rates as everybody else.
Anything further? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Gallagher?
Aye.
Mr. Riddell?
Aye.
Number 6, travel.
Oh, you did change the name. Okay. I wonder who Mary was. Move to approve.
You didn't change it on mine.
do.
Okay, Mary. Okay.
Move to approve.
Okay, second.
Okay. Discussion. Commissioner Riddell?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
I seconded.
Yeah,
Oh,
you did it backwards,
okay.
Yeah, well,
but that's fine. Bills, number 7.
These are the small daily bills of the general fund. Can we have page 2, Victor? And page 3 is special revenue. And page 4 is the remainder of the special revenue funds.
move to approve pages 1 through 4.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
We don't have an executive session.
No executive session.
Public comment, I don't think there was anything on agenda
We have no
items.
public comment on the agenda items.
Is there any old business? No. Board business, number 9, approve and waive the reading in the county commissioners meeting minutes of October 21st and 24th.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Solid Waste, 10, approve insurance policy and authorize payment in the amount of $12,211 to Taylor Oswald Insurance Agency for coverage with Colonial Insurance Company for the HHW Collection Center. This is retroactive to October 27th to 25 through October 27th to 26, and will be paid from the insurance expense account.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
excuse me. Under Common Pleas, Adult Probation 11, amend Resolution 25-429 adopted June 20th of 25, approving a grant agreement in the amount of $5,996,386 with the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction, Division of Parole, and Community Services Bureau of Community Sanctions, Community Corrections Grant. Said amendment is to increase the funds in the amount of $183,686 that will provide additional funds to allow Lorain County Adult Probation Department to work in conjunction with the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction to include the Community Corrections Grant with $136,087 to CCA and $47,599 to PSG for a total agreement in the amount of $6,180,072.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion.
During discussion, Joellen, do you wish to come up and you took the time to come? Would you like to give us a little more information?
Good afternoon, Joellen Mitchell. I'm the director over at Lorain County Adult Probation Department. Thank you for your time, review, and approval for our grant addendum for our community-based correctional subsidy grant agreement. We were notified that due to our grant performance and our compliance with their grant standards, including the fact that I would like to proudly note that we won the Clifford Skeen Award this year for the probation department out of the entire state of Ohio, they went ahead and indicated that we are receiving an additional $183,686 to be used. This funding will be allocated to help offset fringe for our staff.
So because of the award, you got the extra money?
Well, not because of the award, that was a bonus, but
okay.
yes, we definitely hit all our grant standards compared to the other counties, so we definitely succeeded, so that helped, yes. And we did well on our audit, obviously, so,
Well, congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congrats.
Nice work.
thank you.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Thank you.
No,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Under the engineer, number 12, finding that public convenience and welfare requires the removal and replacement of Griggs Road Bridge number 0157 in the village of Rochester, and authorize engineer to advertise for bids in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 5555.06.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
13, finding that public convenience and welfare requires the replacement of Burzley Road Bridge number 0227 in Rochester Township, and authorize county engineer to advertise for bids in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 5555.06.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion.
Yeah, I think the rest of these resolutions, does Bob want to add anything since? Because they're all pretty much the same, it looks like. Is there anything you want to add or just,
No, they've gone through the federal review process. They're ready to bid now, so.
okay.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
14, finding that public convenience and welfare requires safety improvements and resurfacing in Chestnut Ridge Road in Eaton Township, and authorize county engineer to advertise for bids in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 5555.06.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes. Bob, while we're at the end of these three, can you share with us where the funding comes from for these three bridge replacements?
The bridge practice, we get funding through the County Engineers Association of Ohio. They act as the program manager for federal funds that come into Ohio through ODOT. The Chestnut Bridge, that Chestnut Road, that as well comes through the County Engineers Association. That project was awarded funding because of safety countermeasures that we'll be doing as part of the resurfacing.
Now, do we have to match on those dollars?
Yeah, traditionally, they're 80-20. Some of the bridges, we do get a little higher depending on what kind of credit we have.
So these are all 80/20s?
Right now, the bridges, one of those is at 100%. They did give us 100%. The other
Okay.
one's 95%.
Oh, really? Does this come out of that account that we voted on, or does that come out of another account?
No, this was what we will use permissive funds now and in the future to match those federal funds.
Okay.
So that's that $5 tax on the license plates?
Yep.
Yes.
Very good.
Nice.
That's the answer I was looking for.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
15, accept on behalf of Columbia Township trustees improvements at Creek Ridge subdivision number 3 off Marsh Creek Way, Columbia Township. Subdivider is Columbia Creek LLC, and the plat of the subdivision is recorded in volume 117, page 62 through 66 of the Lorain County Records of Plat as follows. Marsh Creek Way, Township T 351.0234 miles in length, present south termini to Tremlio Court, Township Road T 413.213 miles in length, from Marsh Creek Way to Marsh Creek Way.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
16, accept on behalf of Columbia Township trustees the improvements of Emerald Woods subdivision number 12 off Kathleen Drive, Columbia Township. Subdivider is EWGC Development Group, LLC, and the plat of the subdivision is recorded in volume 118, page 58 through 62, Lorain County Records of Plats. Valley Court Township Road T 402.082 miles in length from Kathleen Drive to the end of the east of the cul-de-sac.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
17, accept on behalf of Columbia Township trustees the improvements of Emerald Woods Subdivision 13 off Pine Valley Drive in Columbia Township. Subdivider is EWGC Development Group, LLC, and the plat of this subdivision is recorded in volume 118, page 63 through 67, Lorain County Records of Plats. Pine Valley Drive, Township Road T 341.260 mile in length, present east termini to present north termini, and Park Court, Township Road T 412.059 miles in length from Pine Valley Drive to the east of the cul-de-sac.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
18, finding that the public convenience and welfare requires a replacement of Holly Road Bridge number 0822, Wellington Township, and authorize county engineer to advertise for bids in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 5555.06.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
19, finding that public convenience and welfare requires a resurfacing East River Road in Carlisle Township and authorize county engineer to advertise for bids in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 5555.06.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
County Administrators?
Just to bring everybody up to date, quarterly we meet with Minuteman Ohio Workman's Comp Managed Care Organization that really manages and helps us manage our workers' comp for our employees. And I want to give a shout out to all of the employees that are out there. There's around approximately 2,000 of them when you start thinking about all the different divisions and electeds and everything else that are out there. But of that, this year alone, our total claims that have been allowed have only been 32 out of 2,000, which is, I think, fantastic. And then, of course, there's a whole lot of divisions and out there, but the actual ones that are allowed, there's some that are under appeal and alleged, but there's only 23 that have been allowed that have gone through at this point, workers' comp to be taken care of. So our employees are absolutely working safely. When you look at the total bill, we paid so far to date $506,000, of which the total paid is only $67,000, which amounts to about 86% savings of what we paid into the system as to where we are. When you stop to look at the years before, and we really are pushing and asking people to work safely with our vehicles. They're newer now. They're not rusted. They look good for the public. We're driving vehicles that are much safer than what they were. And quite honestly, providing the tools and the expertise and the training for our employees, my hat's off to them, because quite honestly, we're one of the leading counties in the state of Ohio in our work group that for the least amount of claims when it comes through workman's comp. So that's completes my report today, but my hat's off to all those employees out there to work safely. Thank you.
Thank you.
No? Okay.
That's it?
You want another one? Okay. I have nothing. Board correspondence?
Move to waive the reading of the board correspondence.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
New business.
We have one item of new business. The prosecutor's office asked us to review a situation and make a recommendation. They have a hearing tomorrow, so we apologize it's not on the agenda for today. But it will be included in the information that goes on the website. So Teresa, would you like to read the resolution, please?
In the matter of waiving conflict of interest with Lorain County Board of Health versus James William Craig, case number 25 CV 215939. Whereas Gambala, McLaughlin, Pecora attorneys and counselors represent Lorain County Board of Commissioners on various issues. And whereas this law firm is representing Lorain County Board of Commissioners through prosecutor's office in a federal lawsuit, and Mr. Craig in a matter with Lorain County Board of Health. And whereas Lorain County Board of Health holds a separate and distinct position, and thus the firm does not believe that a conflict exists where it performs work on behalf of the commissioners in total unrelated matters. And whereas this case is a collection case initiated by the Board of Health, and Mr. O'Toole is representing the defendant. None of this involves Lorain County Board of Commissioners. Board of Health is an independent entity supported by its own funding mechanism. It is not under any statutory control of Lorain County Board of Commissioners. And whereas one member by definition of over 20 members of the advisory council who appoint 4 board members of 10. There is no mathematical control and therefore no basis for a conflict that requires the necessity of a waiver. Now therefore be it resolved by the Lorain County Board of Commissioners that we hereby waive the conflict of interest with the Gambala, McLaughlin, Pecora attorneys at law and Dennis M. O'Toole regards to waiving any conflict of interest, whether actual or potential, with respect to the firm and its agencies representing Lorain County Board of Health versus James William Craig, case number 25 CV 215939.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Is this gonna cover all, or are we gonna have to do this every time?
Well, this was requested by the prosecutor's office, so
Okay.
evidently they felt that they needed us to take a position, and for what is stated in what Teresa just read, this is more or less housekeeping. We've had quite a bit over previous years. We've had litigation that involves multiple departments, and we need to determine these conflicts of interest. But in this case, happy to note that we don't see a connection between the Lorain County Board of Health and the Board of Commissioners that would result in a conflict of interest for council.
We'll just ask everybody to please stop suing us.
We're not being sued on this
Let
one.
us know how that goes.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, no, we are being, the health department's being sued, right?
no, the health department is suing Mr. Craig.
Right.
So, and actually in this case, the attorney is defending against the Lorain County Board of Health.
Right, okay.
So,
And that's tomorrow?
there's a hearing tomorrow
Okay.
on the issue of representation, I guess. I don't know. I have enough to do without following the court docket.
Exactly.
I have some information on it. I'll be following it.
Okay, you're gonna follow, okay.
Okay.
Anything further? Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Is there any other new business?
Yes, just want to mention voting today. The polls close at 7:30, and if you haven't gotten out to vote, please do so. It's your civic right and civic duty, in my opinion. I think it should be done. Please do, if you haven't already done.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, we're to public comment.
Okay, Jeff.
Okay. Public comment, we've received 6 requests for public comment. I'll take them in no particular order.
You wanna explain it, or?
I want to explain that, each individual has 2 minutes to speak. It will not be a debate, but if you ask questions, we will note those questions and make every effort to answer them after we can make the appropriate information to do so. So, like I said, this has been our meeting. This is your 2 minutes to speak and tell us what's on your mind. We're going to start with Steve and Betty Demise. Domino. Thank you. Are you each going to speak for 2 minutes, or is one of you going to speak on behalf of both of you?
I think I'll speak on behalf of both of us.
Okay, please approach the podium where we can pick you up on the microphone.
Well, it was a short comment. I just was here to learn about the Mega Center, and I learn a lot more by listening than I do by talking.
Well, thank you for being here.
You bet.
Thomas Evans Jr. Okay, again,
gonna go fast then.
thank you for coming. Andrea Barlow. Yes, please come up to the podium.
And state your name and address, please.
We have your name and address here, but for those that are watching on TV, they can't read my paper.
Okay. My name is Andrea Barlow. I'm from New Russia Township, 43612 Parsons Road, Oberlin, Ohio. I'm here on behalf of many, many people who cannot be here today. A lot of people cannot be here today. And I really want that to be noted. The fact that there are probably hundreds of people that would be in this room right now if they didn't have to work and tend to their families and all of that. And they would be here speaking, pleading for you guys to please listen to what they had to say. I mean, it's awesome to see the support you gave to the veterans and to the schools. I mean, just hearing that was so awesome and wonderful, and I think it's great. And I just wish that the people that will be affected by the build of this mega site would do the same acknowledgement and the same courtesy. We are scared, we're concerned, we love this community more than anything. You guys are blessed. You can be commissioners of any county, but you got Lorain County. I mean, it's a gift. It's awesome. We are amazing here in this county. I don't want to be anywhere else. So we are just asking you, we're pleading with you to please look at the faces of the people who are going to be affected, the farmers, the citizens. I know you have a moral compass. We've seen it with past issues, with marital things that happened. I won't name names that have gone on. So I know you have a moral compass and you have ethics inside of you. I'm begging you to use that to hear the people of that community out. And I encourage people in the county to go online and watch. From October 27th, there was a meeting in the village of South Amherst, and you will get a good idea of the fears and the realities of what this mega site will bring to this county. It will be devastating. Yeah, it will bring fiscally, it would be amazing. It probably would bring a lot of money. But the job, the longevity, the impact to the environment, the resources, the people who live around them on Albrecht, on Russia Road, on Oberlin Road, their property values are going to just drastically drop. They put their life savings and their they put their life savings and their time and their energy into building what they have, and they're at risk of losing that. And I'm just asking you to please, please do us the same courtesy as you do the other organizations and hear us out when it comes to this mega site.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Sue Barber.
Hello.
Good morning.
Afternoon. It's like
Just checking to see you were looking.
That's fine.
my name's Sue Barber. I live at 8704 Wakefield Run. It's in North Ridgeville. About 2 days ago, I found out about this mega site, and everything I've ever read or researched about these sites is horrific to the communities surrounding it. And I'm really concerned that I understand that we're looking for jobs and investments, and I understand all that, but the impact that it has into the community and to the citizens is so detrimental. It's really not worth the fiscal, repercussions or, reimbursements you may get from it. So I'm really hoping that you guys, I don't know how far along you are in the process, but I really hope that you can take into consideration the impact it will have on everyone, all the citizens within Lorain County.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
This one challenges my my reading ability, but it's on Whitehead Road, and understand was crossed out, and
You put a website or
comprehend was put in. So if you're the author of that sheet,
Dave Roberts.
Oh,
okay,
there we
Dave.
go.
Good afternoon. My name's Dave Roberts. I live at Cease and Desist. I'm one of the people of the Lorain Committee of Safety, and we're the first branch of government under the Constitution, under the Bill of Rights, and we have the right to hold you guys accountable for your behavior. Not that I'm saying you're out of behavior, but we're going to give you guys notice. Under the laws of the Constitution, Trump has made several indications in the last year that the government will follow the law of the Constitution. Under Article 6, Clause 2 and 3, it states that you are to be bound by your oaths of office to the laws of the Constitution. And under Article 1, Section 10, you cannot usurp the laws of the Constitution. So I'm putting you on notice that your behavior is going to be monitored and acted upon accordingly. And we're going to give you a cease and desist until proper verification can be conducted, to the point that we may even conclude a grand jury, a common law grand jury. So we're just asking for you guys to do proper consideration of the people, because you're elected as public servants to represent the people. So we're asking you to do that and put special interests aside. I thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And lastly, Sharon Mickelson.
Hi,
Sorry, you just ended up last by the luck of the draw. If we'd have known you had a bodyguard, we'd have brought you in first.
It's fine. My name is Sharon Mickelson. I live at 9227 Bechtel. It's in Illyria. And I live right on the cusp of this mega site. The land around me will be going up to, they said it's 2,000 acres they want. It's 1,515 football fields of land they want to take away from us that was for homes and farms and for the animals. It's my last grandchild. I don't want this for her. I don't. Thank you. Come on.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
That concludes the public comment. Any other business, commissioners? Nope. Our meeting is adjourned for the evening. Thank you for attending.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming in.